Let's do this.
Let's do this.
do it.
Let's do this.
What are you doing?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Oh,
We're
I get it. I get it.
Scaredycast.
I get what you're doing.
Scaredycast.
Are we Scaredycast?
We are
are.
Scaredycast.
Hell yeah.
Hell
These are
yeah,
the
we're
cards.
Scaredycast.
Yeah.
And we right here.
You know what was
Ooh,
dope?
We in it.
I searched AI. I said, can you tell me what Scaredycast is? And it was like, Scaredycast is and I was like, yeah.
They're like, Scaredycast sucks.
You know, AI sucks, but it ain't stupid.
AI knows what's up with
Sorry.
the Scaredycast.
Guys, we just passed our
Yes, collective.
3-year anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
I forget, it was like 157 episodes we've
Holy
done.
shit.
With all
It's too
three
many.
of
Three
us.
of us, yeah.
Oh man.
Too many and not enough at the same time.
Right?
That's incredible.
But we're on episode 200. This is episode 289.
You know,
Yo,
most
so we've
people don't
had
get to
more
100.
than half of our episodes with
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
Finally,
Hell
we passed it. We passed
Yeah.
it. Yes, we're over the peak.
We say, and we can have a fine, like we can be like 3 years ago.
We could
like,
say, yeah, most of the time we've had Brian.
Like if someone's
but
like, "Oh, I'm gonna start listening to Scaredycast,"
in the
we'd be
very
like,
beginning,
May
nah.
2022 is when you need to start listening to.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell them. Yeah.
May 2022.
May 2022.
Oh,
that's when you start.
cool. Oh.
And then once you're caught up and all through that, if you want to go back and listen, but
That's more like behind the scenes.
there's like, I mean, if you want like lore, you can go back because there is the episode where like Kelsey joined the show phone call
Oh, wow.
because like Brandon didn't show up, so
We're
I started
talking a
like.
lot.
See, that'd be
stuff
really
that
cool. That's like the stuff once you look up like the director cut stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, this is us. Like, oh, what a cool memory. You know,
We have lore.
it's back there. It's
We have
it's
Scaredy lore.
This is episode 289, everybody.
Speaking
Holy
of
crap.
Scaredycast,
We're almost at
who are
300.
we brought to these people by?
Oh God, you know we brought to you guys by the best value sesh.
The
Love
best,
Value
the best
Sesh.
gummies, the best THC
They
products.
got honey sticks,
Delta 9, baby.
taffies, gummies. Just goddamn, they're oh God. And the nighttime ones to help you sleep at night are just. I've tried so many different types, and this isn't like a sponsor shill kind of speech. This is legitimately.
products.
We use these products.
Is on my
Yes,
nightstand.
I
in
have
my
legit
nightstand.
used so many different like sleep aids, and none of them have ever worked.
Yeah.
But the Value Sesh Nights,
And you guys
That's
should
real.
know.
oh God, dude, they work
That's
so
real.
good.
Pretty
we
much-
don't fucking sleep. None of us sleep.
No.
And so it's like value session.
yeah.
Value session.
Value Session.
Value se-
That's what you're doing.
Value session.
Your session.
He's like, that's my dad.
That's
I'm
my
value
dad.
sesh.
Yeah, excuse me.
Fuck, we're
I'm
gonna
a
go
value
with that.
sesher.
Oh my god! But
Are
no,
you a sesher?
I'm a sessionist.
I'm a sesher.
I'm a value sessionist. I worked hard for that PhD.
Dang.
But anyways, go to valuesesh.com. Use code Scaredy to get you some, save a few bucks. But if you also join our Patreon, Value Sesh will send you some free bags.
And last but not least, if you go to our live shows, a lot of times we have tons because Value Sesh is so cool and generous. They're like, oh, you guys are doing a live show? Just let us know. We'll send you a gift bag to give out to stuff. And so we are always giving out samples so you guys can try it.
And honestly, we don't ever really do advertisements for things that we don't use. Like we
God,
try
yeah.
them, like, and we like them. Like,
Legit.
you know what I
We
mean?
use
And it's
them.
like,
Yep.
we're like, okay. And two, if people are like, if you're listening to Scaredycast as your first episode, go back months and you'll see that we've been with Value Sesh for a long time. And
Yeah.
ever since the first time that we tried it, we've been like,
And you guys can mail it. And between
There's-
all 48 of the continental United States, it is legal across every state. So people that are like, can you even mail that? That's drugs. Like, no, dude.
drugs
right
at the
there.
Ronald McDonald.
I forgot what I was going to say.
You know what
Value
though?
Sesh, rules.
While you're thinking about it,
Oh, no, it was just about our sponsors and how like we try to stay not chills. Money's nice, and we'll
take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
But there's some we've been contacted by some brands and everything where we're like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Most of the time, too, it's like,
I don't think so.
it's like products. you know what
I
mean?
keep getting emailed by this crypto company that wants to like run ads.
you
and,
saw that? I was like, you sent that. I was
Not
like,
cryptid,
no,
crypto.
crypto, and I'm
Like
like
Bitcoin.
I'm
Not
like,
a crypto, bro.
I'm not-
They're like,
I'm
how much money? And be like, it's going to take a lot. It's going
like-
to take 5 Bitcoins that are like worth over
I need
$100,000 right
100
now.
Ethereum.
I'm not running
Yes.
crypto ads on here. I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, we could. the price is right. And if you give us some of your crypto, or if we use
it's a price that it's ridiculous. I'll just say that. Like we'll run ads on products we don't use, but it's gonna be some zeros on there. That thing.
They're gonna see some like I can't even think of something that you guys wouldn't want to do. It'd be like it's like if you see this product, you know, Scaredycast getting paid finally.
Like
if it's like a barstool thing or something
like, like you
Mr.
listen
Beast.
and you know us, and then you see a product and you're like, that's not. You just know that
they got paid.
Just know there's gonna be a lot more traveling happening.
Yeah, just know that we're doing Scaredycast full time now.
Hell yeah!
Once we get that
that's a
sweet
dream.
check,
That is a dream.
dude, then it's our rules.
Hell yeah!
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
That would be
Are we
amazing.
sponsored by anyone else?
Well, I mean, Fright Rags.
Oh!
Fright
Bing, 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 bing.
Rags, the best horror t-shirt company in the world. They got other things too, like socks and pajamas and cups. I have a Elvira cup, and I drank some milk out of it the other day while eating oatmeal raisin cookies.
See, now that I've seen Long Legs
You had some
twice,
good
I
notes
can't unsee you like singing like Long Legs.
Should I be long legs for Halloween this year?
Yes. And then Brian can be the FBI detective.
I can be the
we
girl?
can straighten your hair. We'll
I get to
straighten
be
your
the
hair.
girl?
Yes.
Yay.
Hell yeah. Who do I get to be?
The fucking...
No, I don't think we should all be characters. I think I'll be long legs.
Okay.
I think you guys should be characters from different movies and shows this year.
I want to be something.
You want to be?
I'll be the unicorn from Death of the Unicorn. I'll spear everybody. You're gonna fucked.
Hell yeah, dude.
You guys, you know what? I think I found out recently. I think I'm lactose intolerant.
No way.
dude, me
A
too.
little bit or real bad?
Well, it depends because like I can eat like cheese and stuff. Like that's been fine. But you know how I usually get chai from Starbucks?
Yeah.
Once I've gone from like instead of like the regular milk in it, I've gone to oat milk, and my stomach's been way better. And it's so sad because it doesn't taste as good.
Dude, try. Hey, I'm the same way.
I like all...
I had the same thing happen at Starbucks too, but I switched to. I make sure I put 2% milk instead of the whole milk, and it's a little bit better.
See...
Oh, it
stomach
does.
doesn't-
It's not automatically 2% milk in there. It's whole milk.
No,
It's whole
you can
milk.
get half and half, which is whole. Yeah, there's tons.
Yeah.
You
Just
can
switch
ask
to
her for all
2%.
your milk
Because
options.
I'm the same way. Like if I have
be in
whole
close
milk,
proximity to a toilet.
if I have whole
I
milk, my
experiment
stomach's just a wreck.
See, that's weird.
It literally was like I was like, what is going on with her? I've had stomach issues for a long time, but it started like I've had chai forever.
I always just like I go for it anyways.
I like all the alternatives, but I don't like oat milk. It's the only one I don't like.
I like oat milk better than other fake milk, or not fake milks, but like
Yeah,
nut milks or like
substitutes or
coconut
whatever.
milk or
I
anything
like
like
almond
that.
milk. I like the
Almond milk's-
vanilla almond milk's really good.
Me too.
Almond milk is like a
I
little
use that
thin
for
for
coffee
me.
creamer.
It's like watery to
It's
me.
like skim milk.
You like that
for you.
thick milk?
I like that thick.
You want that
bitch.
girth? You
Damn.
want that girthy
Get in
milk?
my mouth.
Girthy milk is a
Jesus.
dope name for a band.
Oh,
Girthy
milk.
girthy milk.
Or like if someone
Girthy
comes
milk.
up with like a new kind of milk.
Girth milk.
All right, I'm gonna try 2%.
Hey, guess what? On this week's episode of Scaredycast,
What are we talking about?
Oh my goodness, we're talking about John Wilkes Booth is terrorizing children.
Again?
We're talking about weird
He's
things
still
washed on the
alive?
beach. We were going to talk about weird things washing on the beach last week, but we ran out of time. So this week, hell
Yeah.
yeah. We're also going to talk about mass hysteria stories.
Yeah.
Like
Two examples of mass hysteria. You guys, I guarantee, never
And
heard.
we got some, we got movies to review afterwards. So let's get into this John
into it.
Wilkes
Let's do
Booth
it.
situation. He's our creep of the week.
Did you say John Wilkes Booth?
John Wilkes Booth. Yes. That John Wilkes
Yes,
Booth.
Keanu Reeves.
While you're looking that up, this is very timely because Abraham Lincoln's gloves just sold at auction. The ones that he was wearing when he got shot by
Oh
John
my
Wilkes Booth
God.
for $1.5 million dollars.
What's the point?
You can look at them and they have like
Crazy.
the
Abraham Lincoln
blood
was a
on
pro
them and stuff.
wrestler.
Damn.
Okay, so
John Wilkes Booth?
yeah, how is he?
What the fuck you doing, John Wilkes Booth?
He's terrorizing kids to this day.
Oh, well, listen, we have Cassie and her family. They took a trip to Ford's Theater. We all know what happened there.
We do.
The Ford was invented.
I said that and looked at you just because I wanted to see what you were going to say. I was like, I'm going to tee Brian up on this one. But they didn't realize the impact it would have on her daughter.
Uh-oh.
She like love Lincoln or something.
That's her fetish, her kink.
What
It's a
were you?
child.
Let me ask you.
Oh,
what were
it's a
you
kid?
afraid of as
I
a
did
kid?
not mean
What
that.
were you afraid of as a kid?
Oh, that's what you get for talking shit, Brian.
Oh, shit.
I didn't mean to.
Well,
the demons in my brain.
Dude, the anomaly.
What was I afraid of
What
as a kid?
fell?
I was afraid of like the unknown. Like, you know, if I thought like
Ghosts?
there might be like monsters or ghosts or like, you know.
So like the dark?
Kind of. Yeah, sometimes.
Beds, closets, dark
Sometimes.
rooms.
But it depended. Like, you know, it depended on the thing. But there wasn't like specific things that I thought of.
For me, it was almost like the last scary thing I saw.
Yeah.
So like when I saw the
Okay,
thing,
yeah.
I was scared of the thing for a while. When I saw Creep Show, I was scared of
makes sense.
the monsters from like the second one and then or the third one with Leslie Nielsen. You
I
know?
don't know if I've
And
ever
then
talked
Fluffy.
about this on the show.
Wow.
So I used to have something happen to me when I was a kid.
Oh God.
And I don't remember if it would either happen on my birthday or it happened whenever I lost a tooth. But it was always one of the other. But I
Like a
would
tooth
be
fairy?
asleep, and I'm pretty sure it was only happened when I was in my bunk bed. I had a bunk bed for a little bit.
By yourself?
But on the mornings that would happen, like I either lost a tooth and everything, or it was my birthday, one or the other. I would wake up to something grabbing my foot and laughing. Like, put your arm up here.
I don't want to.
Put your arm right here.
All right.
Like, it would just feel like this. Like, it grab my ankle like this. Ed would go,
Oh my God.
and it only ever happened when, like, something significant, like a birthday, lost tooth, something like that.
You would wake up like that?
I would wake up to something just, like, grabbing and going,
pulling a little bit.
What?
And then
You've
you would
never
go,
said this before.
oh, my tooth, and pull it out?
No. Like, it was like my tooth is already, like, it's under the pillow for the tooth fairy, whatever.
Okay. What is your
Or
birthday?
it was like my birth. Like, I'd wake up the morning of my birthday.
Oh my God.
you
That
know,
is
like,
so
I don't know.
oddly weird and specific
That's
and
But
peculiar.
that was what
Creepy.
I was afraid of as a kid, was like,
Stuff coming
Yeah,
up
something
from your
grabbing
bed.
you and
something-
laughing at you.
like,
Yes. Like,
oh my God, is this, like, if I had something happen that day
please,
where I was
not
like, is
another.
this something that would trigger
Oh,
foot
I-
grabber in the morning?
That's the thing. That's for me. That was what it is. Is like unless you have a bed cover that goes all the way down and like covers the floor like they do at hotels usually. I never
saying
liked
it's
my
like someone's gonna,
feet
like- Yeah, I would jump.
underneath
I'd
the
run
bed.
and
I would
jump.
jump over.
Yeah,
always,
and it's only
always.
happened when after I got rid of my bunk bed and I switched to a water bed,
Whoa.
it didn't happen anymore. So I don't know.
Maybe it was a haunted bed.
Maybe.
Maybe
The
your
bunk bed
bunks
haunted.
was-
Well, for little Lainey Litton.
Little Lainey Litton.
Lainey Litton is her name.
Sounds like a nursery
She's
rhyme.
afraid of John Wilkes Booth.
Me too.
was she already afraid? And then they took her to the
No, her
Ford
family were in Washington, D.C. for Thanksgiving when they decided to visit Ford's Theater Museum as part of their trip. While walking around the museum, Litton told her 3-year-old daughter, Lainey, that they were at a historical site and they needed to be respectful. Cool. Very nice. Casey, the mom, then gave Lainey a brief overview of what happened at Ford's Theater.
Poor little Lainey
Okay.
didn't understand.
It's okay. Like, maybe don't talk to your 3-year-old about
By the
assassination.
way-
Holy shit, she's three.
By the way, Abraham Lincoln got fucking got in the back of the head.
Do we even know?
By an
Do they even know
assassinator.
what guns are at 3?
No, she can barely talk and walk.
His fucking brains went everywhere, bro.
But she gave her a brief overview of what happened at Ford's Theater, noting that someone named John Wilkes Booth had hurt then President Abraham Lincoln.
Oh no!
He's a bad man.
And apparently that was like, what?
Mind blowing.
Oh, I feel so bad for
Although the
Lainey.
mother of two tried to explain that it happened a long time ago, Lainey believed that it's still happening and that John Wilkes Booth
So
is still
sad.
out there.
What a bad guy.
They said, there's a statue downstairs in the museum, part of the theater. She said, is that him over there?
Damn.
No, that's not him. This happened a long time ago.
She's out for blood.
She was already on edge. So when we went for the presentation and they were talking about Abraham Lincoln and how it all went down that day, she just really hung on to it. She's very fixated on Abraham Lincoln the rest of the trip in Washington, D.C.
Oh my god!
When they went to the Lincoln Memorial a few days later, Lady recognized the statue as the man that got shotted.
Aw.
Oh, this is so sad. This is
And
the
if
saddest
there's a
creep of the
little
week.
picture of her, it's adorable. She's just
It's
looking.
little Lainey Litton. Look at her little. She
This
has like
is
little
the-
Princess Leia
This
curls
is the
almost.
saddest creep
While
of the week.
the mom says that mentions of Booth are not an everyday occurrence, she does say it does tend to find its way into our day-to-day conversations. We were at church one Sunday, and the preacher was talking about how Jesus loves us. She looked at me and she said, "Mommy, I love Jesus." I said, "That's awesome. I'm glad you do." Casey recalls, she said, "Jesus loves us." I said, "That's right." She said, "You know who we don't love?"
Whoa!
I said, "Who?" She said, "John Wilkes Booth."
Hell
Not
yeah.
Satan.
That's
She's like, same thing. Like, why him?
She's gonna grow up and like assassinate all of his like all of his descendants.
You know who we don't love?
Jesus loves me, and I love Jesus. You know who we don't love? John Wilkes Booth. From the mouth of a 3-year-old child.
Hilarious.
That's incredible.
It's not something that we tried to bring up to her, but she's aware that John Wilkes Booth was not a great guy.
Do you think that she's gonna grow up like that and like she won't be able to date because
I really think she's gonna be like out for John Wilkes Booth blood, or she's gonna be like such like a Abraham Lincoln.
Her mom occasionally has to reassure Lainey that John Wilkes Booth is not under her bed or hiding in her room at night.
maybe so. This is like her
God.
first.
This is like a
maybe she's gonna be
historical-
scared of guns probably for her
She
whole
was
life.
afraid to lie in her bed one night. I said, "It's okay, you're safe. You're in your room and nobody can bother you in your own house." she
John
said.
can't hurt
Yeah,
you.
but what if John Wilkes Booth is under my bed?
Oh,
And you know
shit.
she's singing, "What about John Wilkes Booth?" Like probably can't even like.
I don't wanna
say,
get
like,
shotted.
Yeah, I don't want to get shotted.
I don't want to get
You know who we
shot.
don't love.
Oh my god.
That's adorable. This is like that's a historical. I've never been afraid of a historical figure.
They keep telling her that it all happened a long time ago, but apparently to her, a long
doesn't
time
understand.
ago is yesterday. So like,
Well, and also, I mean, they don't. Kids don't understand like
there's a
time.
little picture of her wearing a shirt that says "Vote for Abe Lincoln."
Look at her little.
gosh.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
love Abe
She's
We
Lincoln.
gotta
so
get her shirt of
cute.
like Abe Lincoln, like
She said, "What if
On a
what if he
dinosaur.
comes and tries to take my stuffed animals away?"
Oh.
Oh, apparently they have a TikTok. I gotta find them on TikTok and watch all these videos.
See, leave it alone.
The
Now
Ford's
they're
Theater
just gonna
employees saw the video and gifted the family T-shirts and merchandise from the museum. It turns out Lainey isn't the only child with an irrational fear of the long-dead assassin. Many commentators revealed that they also become obsessed with President Lincoln's death after visiting the famed museum.
Get, what? Why?
I'm
There's
talking to my
nothing to
family,
solve.
and I ask, what 3-year-old is aware of John Wilkes Booth? I think there's no way that this has happened before.
Oh my god.
But
That's
when I
crazy.
posted my video on TikTok, there were so many comments of I've never had an original experience. I was always afraid of John Wilkes Booth.
wow.
You think
You know
it's
what
just like
though?
kids' first first like violent act that they're like the first instance
I mean,
of
she's
murder
only
that's
3.
sticking with them?
she's
Because
only
like I
3.
remember when I was like 4 and I saw Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation and I was like so fucking terrified of zombies, even though
Zombies
it wasn't
are
real. I was watching a
terrifying.
video game, but I was so scary of flesh-eating, rotting people. I was like, this is so fucked up, and I had never seen anything like it, and it was terrifying.
Well, I think there's just a lot of stuff going on with kids. Like, obviously, they're still learning the world. Like, you know what I mean? So, a lot of experiences are real to them, and they
Oh,
don't
good
understand
point,
difference
good point.
between reality and fake, and then
and I think
time.
it's like kids have more access to what's happening in the world now, and like parents push shit on their kids that you probably don't push on kids.
You know what though? Like my cousin, like when we watched Titanic, it came out when we were like 7. Like, you know what I mean? She'd be like, later, like when we watched it again, like as we were older, she was like, "I'm gonna go to the ocean. I'm gonna save Jack." And I'm like, "Shelby, first of all, this is a movie." And she's like, "What?" Like she's like, "No." And I was like, she's like, "I'm gonna save him." I'm like, "It's a movie." So they're not there anymore. Like they filmed this, and then also he's not just float. Like, what do you think is
You
happening?
had to
Like,
explain this.
I had to explain this.
Yeah,
When was
sure,
this?
like
How
a
old?
different Leonardo
We probably were
DiCaprio
like
movie.
10 or 11. So kind of old to, but kind of old to be explaining
But still,
that.
like, you really
God,
think
yeah.
this is real and
Yeah.
he's alive,
Yeah.
and this is
She was like, "I'm gonna go out and like I'm gonna save him." Like, are you
just
joking
like I
right
always
now?
said, like, I'm gonna marry Britney Spears.
I mean, that's
you
more
still can.
that's more
Well,
plausible
true.
than.
But when I was like a little kid, I saw
What would
her.
you say to Brittany right now? If she's watching, you get one shot.
Oh, I don't
Brittany-
want anything to do with her now.
Whoa, God.
She needs to be left alone. Everyone in
Are
her
you
life
sure?
has
What if she
used
doesn't
her.
want to? What if she doesn't need to
She
be left
needs
alone? What's that?
love.
What if? Yeah.
She's got a lot of fans. She'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I was trying to hook you up.
Shout
man.
out to Nino who just got an awesome PR box
Yeah,
from Britney
Nino's, like,
Spears.
best
That shit was
friends with-
awesome.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
Nino could
that's
probably introduce
crazy.
you.
That's crazy. Well, she's crazy. So,
Brian,
all right.
God damn it.
God damn it, Brian! I'm
God
trying to make
damn
some.
it,
Hey, so am
Brian.
I.
I'm trying to make some fun Britney content.
Oh, it's
here.
true. You know,
God.
and I am, yeah. I am now single again. So maybe Britney. if you wanna,
Shoot that shot,
Hey, yo, Britney Spears, we can like dance with knives together and shit.
oh, dude. That
You got a
sounds
bone
awesome.
tomahawk. So.
Oh, dude, yeah, you got the bone tomahawk.
She can dance with knives, but I can bone with my tomahawk.
Okay.
Hit me, Brian, one more time.
If that's what you're
What's
into.
your favorite Britney song?
Did it again. Oh, God.
Not a
I love
girl,
so many.
not yet a woman.
I was so ready to go see her in Vegas whenever she started a residency thing, but they canceled it and shut it all down.
I don't.
I
like
love
Britney
Crazy,
Yeah.
Toxic.
Ugh.
Oops, I did it again.
I cannot. Nope. I don't like
There's so many. I love her. I just.
There's this clip online.
Nope.
I watch it. I go. I seek it out sometimes just because I want to. It's like a dopamine fix or something. But
Hell
like,
yeah.
it's from. I think it's from one of her concerts in Vegas, and she's like walking up some stairs a little bit, and this guy in the front row, you just hear him yell, "It's Britney, bitch!"
Hell yeah.
And she like turns and like smiles a little bit. I don't know why. I just really like it.
Love that. Hell yeah.
Britney fucking rules.
I bet you know what? And I
give a
bet he's
shit.
like, hell yeah. I would have loved to see her in residency.
Oh,
well,
God, I
if
wanted
she
to go
ever
so bad.
toured, if she ever tours again,
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you'll be
yeah.
there.
I'm
You'll
there.
be there.
I'm there.
Just like Creed, just like all the old ones that you went to. That that's
Spice Girls though, my number one.
number one. Number one. Yeah.
Yeah, if Spice Girls go on tour and they don't come to Phoenix, but they're like
I'm going somewhere.
LA or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
we're fucking going.
And I'm paying a lot of money. I don't care. It's going on the credit card.
So worth it.
Oh,
Let's start a
we love
Spice
you,
Girls.
Brittany.
Let's start out. What if we started a
retro.
90s pop podcast for Patreon where we just talk about how much we love 90s like pop music?
I think
No?
we got it.
How about we just answer some listener questions
Let's
instead?
do that. That.
What is a non-horror movie that scares the crap out of you?
Idiocracy.
Okay.
You can't take. Oh, that was one of that was Tony's answer for something last episode.
That's
So
okay.
I
You can
can't,
take
apparently.
it. You can
Okay.
hey.
No, you
Hey,
can't.
you can take it.
Thanks, man. Let me just borrow it. Let me just borrow it.
A non-horror movie that scares me. God.
I feel like it was a cartoon from the 80s. Like a cartoon movie.
Well, okay, but are we talking about just like a scene? Oh, the was it the Ghostbuster? Not Ghostbusters. Goosebumps. The Goosebumps show when I was a little kid, that scared me.
what's horror?
Fuck. I mean, it's a kid's show. It's not like kids horror. Like that's not
It's
a
horror.
thing.
It
Whatever.
it counts.
Come on.
It's just like, hey, I've been in there fighting, defending everybody, yelling at Kelsey for saying Twilight's not horror. I'm like, guess what? It's got vampires.
and
I said
werewolves.
Twilight is horror.
I know, but people in the comments are
They're
saying it's
not.
not.
Saying it's
They're
not.
yelling at
Oh,
you.
also the Mummy. They said that the Mummy's not horror
mean,
either.
they're
I'm like,
saying it
well,
is
guess what?
horror.
There's it's literally
You
called the
watched
Mummy.
a scarab crawl through their butt. Yeah,
Yeah,
bullshit.
that shit's
Bullshit.
scary.
You know what? The Brave Little Toaster. I don't remember. I just remember being afraid of something in that movie.
Yeah,
But I don't remember what it was.
There
at
was
this
like the
point.
Blanky
So,
scene that was really
Yeah,
sad.
somebody needs to remind me.
Oh,
that,
you know what? Now
happened.
that you're saying that, remember Ferngully?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
oil smoke monster thing.
Oh,
and
Keith
that's like
David.
that's
Keith
actually a
David.
real scare of mine. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna kill
no,
everybody.
Tim Curry. Sorry, Tim
And
Curry.
I don't know. Okay, you guys tell me. Does the Patrick Swayze movie Ghost count as horror?
Yeah, I mean, I would say. I mean,
Say so?
supernatural. Like it's supernatural.
Because those little like monster ghosts in it
Oh,
were
yeah.
fucking terrifying.
Yo, they fucked that guy up at
remember
the
that.
end.
They did.
Hell yeah, that's a good one.
Non-horror.
Yeah, I think Brave Little Toaster, that was pretty scary. There are a lot of movies like from the 80s for kids were definitely scary.
And this is all just when you were.
The
Oh,
scenes from The Labyrinth, whenever she's falling down that hole and like the hands are grabbing her.
Grabbing
and
her?
shit. I didn't like
I
that.
got
Oh,
one.
Labyrinth is-
All of the really crazy scenes from Indiana Jones scared the shit out of me. Watching that guy melt with the goblet or
Oh,
the
yeah.
chalice, and then the other one with the melting and exploding.
Yeah.
Those scenes of like people, I had never seen anything like
He
that.
chose poorly.
Yeah. That scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. Seeing those people rot and melt and explode. I was like, my little brain. And then like the angels coming out and like, oh, fuck that, dude. I was so scared. And that's a non-horror movie, all the Indiana Jones. That's my answer.
I feel like there's probably a movie I'm not thinking about that has something to do with like time and like not wasting it and like, things like that.
Mr. Destiny with Jim Belushi.
Sure. Or something like Inception or something, like, you know what I mean? Like something you're like, oh shit. Like you could get, or it's an Inception, right? Where he's like up there and it's like every minute is like 10 years or something.
I have no idea.
Crazy like that.
I don't think so. I think that was Interstellar.
Oh, that was
Interstellar. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. Yeah, Interstellar. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like something with like time and like.
You don't like when they mess with time.
No, and the fact that what if you fall in the wormhole? And you like go into a whole another dimension or something, or like another place
safe.
in time you don't know anybody.
But see, that goes back to the unknown thing that you were talking about. That not irrational, but that completely normal fear for humans of like, what's in that dark room? I need to know what's going on before I jump in there.
Or like the end, like, you know what I mean? We don't know what happens like when we die.
Right.
Or like, do we die? Are we dead right now? Stuff like that. Like
the
freaks
unknown,
me out.
dude.
Stuff like that freaks me out.
Big time anxiety, yeah.
Our good friend Kimbo asks,
Kimbo
we
Slice.
love Kimbo. She's so
Kimbo,
fucking cool.
You're the best.
what is one horror movie death you lament most?
Oh, horror
And one
movie.
whose death should have occurred.
Okay. Well, I have
So
one.
which horror movie death made you the saddest, and which one are you like, that person should have died?
Okay. Well, I have one that I'm like, they should have died sooner.
Okay.
Carl from The Walking Dead. Carl. Oh my God, I wanted that kid to die so bad. I'm like, fucking die already. Carl.
Damn.
I gotta say, every Predator movie, Predator should win, and every alien that survives is stupid. So,
Damn.
This is very relevant to right now, but I mean, Pedro Pascal, Joel in The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that was coming, so I was like,
Also,
it.
I'm rewatching season 1 though, and there's the back-to-back episodes where first it's Bill and Frank, and then it's a little boy who gets infected and his brother has to shoot him, and then he fucking automatically. Oh my God! Oh, it rips my heart out.
honestly,
Every fucking time.
I know you said this is another good example, though. I don't know it's kind of horror, and I Am Legend. I mean, I have a German Shepherd, and watching him squeeze the life out of his dog broke me. Like, oh my God, that was, and it wasn't even a person.
It's literally his only friend that's left.
And it's the baby puppy. I know. For me, I gotta go that one, dude. That one, I sat in the theater and cried like a bitch in front of my dad, and I didn't even care. I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck, man.
Okay, this isn't horror, but it happened like right after my grandma died. You know, the X-Men movie, what is it? Like the Wolverine movie where Professor X dies and he's like been taking care of him. Is it X?
X-Men Last Stand, I think.
X-Men Last Stand.
That was it, yeah.
Oh my God. I was not prepared for that. And I was just tears streaming down my face.
What about you? A horror movie that was so sad. Like, I know there's a billion of them. There's been so many good movies where you're like, no.
Yeah, it's hard because like you just think about the most recent example. Like I'm saying, like I'm rewatching The Last of Us, and
exactly. I'm trying to think. Like, there's so many good answers for this.
There really are, and I think too. It was a few episodes ago that someone asked us like, what makes a good horror movie versus a bad horror movie, and I think that's one of them. Is like you truly
get connected.
Yeah, you truly connect with the characters, and you can put yourself in their place and be like, oh my God, that would be heartbreaking.
Oh, go ahead.
Ed from Shaun of the Dead.
Aw.
Yeah. I don't like that very much.
I did not appreciate that.
I didn't appreciate watching
that was not very cash money.
I mean, he gets turned into a zombie at the end, and like he's living in the shed, but still, it's not the same.
Yeah.
There's so many good. Oh my God, I can't even.
Well,
right now,
okay, but you guys didn't answer who should have died. That didn't.
Oh,
there's a lot of good answers.
All the stupid xenomorphs and humans should all die, and Predator should have won in every one of those. It's so stupid to include him in stuff and then be like, but this happened, so he died every fucking time.
How about that mayor from the Clown Cornfield?
Oh Okay.
Dang. See, most recent again. Here we go.
Okay.
That's all I
Here
can
we
think of
go.
right now. Brian, you got some stories of weird things washing up on the
Dude,
beach. Why don't you tell us about them?
Or hydrate.
Yeah, gotta hydrate from my.
You look a little tan, Brian. You been outside? You look a little tan.
Yeah, Brian, you
No.
look a little ripped too.
I'm losing weight still.
Still.
Yeah,
I'm
Isn't
jealous.
it crazy?
I'm jealous.
I'll throw a video. I think I did it today. Like, I'll post a video from a year ago because it'll be like, on this day, you guys posted this. And I'll be like, well, cool. On this day, I'm going to post it again.
yeah.
And you're like 2 of you.
Yeah,
the
I
old
showed
The lighting was way different too, though.
my new coworkers. They were like, I was like, yeah, I've been fat my whole life, and you're not fat. You're not fat. I was like, no, seriously, like I've always been fat, and they're like, okay. So then I'm like, watch, and I bring up whatever I have on there, and they're like, oh, and I was like,
you're a fat piece of shit.
like, damn, you
I
fucking.
would have never been friends with you.
I
never
would've,
hired you.
You water retaining sea cow. All right.
Throw Shamu back in the pool.
Speaking of sea cows,
Oh.
no, talk about the beach. I'm gonna talk about the ocean. You hate it.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Is it also
I love
fascinating?
it.
Yes.
It is.
Because, like, I'm terrified of the ocean, but I'm locked in on Shark Week every year.
Dude, for real. And there's always interesting things happening in the ocean because we're just barely getting into really researching it. And so, do you like the beach at all or no? You would stay away.
I love the beach.
Okay. You like the beach? You like hanging out?
Fucking love the beach.
Dude,
What are you
I'll
talking
go out and
about?
I'll let the water
Like rush on your
rinse my
toes.
toes a little bit, but that's as far as I go.
Okay. Well, sometimes the ocean actually all the time. The ocean likes to leave us little gifts.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird looking kelp and shells. And you guys ever find anything weird on a beach?
I mean, I've literally been to a beach like twice in my whole life, so.
One time in Rocky Point, there was a bunch of dead fish on the beach, and we're like, "Oh God, we're gonna die. We shouldn't get in the water."
Yeah, my dad did that, and it was jellyfish in Mexico. They were just washed up.
So sad.
Just so sad, yeah.
We're fucked.
So, everybody expects seashells, driftwood, some things like that. But
Dead bodies.
Well, we're going to talk about some weird things that have washed up all around the world. This is not just in America. These are everywhere. Okay. So we're going to start with what I would consider as the most common. People have literally coined a word called globsters.
Okay.
Because it's the mass amounts of jelly-like glob things that are undescribable, or they've eventually found out what they were, but it's very globby and gross. Yeah. It's like an unidentified organic mass. And then everybody gets there and goes, well, I think it's this. I think it's this. Those ones are everywhere. One of them being the Tasmanian globster in 1960.
That's what they used to call me back in the day.
Damn.
Got that glob 3000.
Damn.
Tasmanian
That's what they called you?
globster. You got to do one of these.
The Tasmanian globster.
Damn.
You're the globster. What's the glob 3000? Oh.
It's a joke.
That's the globster after dark.
That's the globster with the blobster.
Hear that, fellas?
Yeah. This thing,
You want a
get
little
this, guys.
globbing?
Get this. This is in 1960,
We'll glob all over.
20-ton
Oh,
white hairless mass with no discernible eyes or head
nope.
gets washed up on the shore. For decades, they weren't able to identify it. But the only thing that they possibly think it could be is the carcass of a large whale, maybe a sperm whale.
That got,
but it's just like somehow bleached to where it's white and like blubber, like gelatinous.
It's
But they
44,000 pounds for anyone who doesn't know.
44,000 pounds, yeah. And
That's
and this is
crazy.
back in 1960 where we had a lot less knowledge and technology of things that we do now. There was also, even farther back, the St. Augustine monster. That's what they called you in college.
I didn't even go to college.
1896.
That's how big it was. Like,
Damn.
Oh,
they knew, and I wasn't even there.
why St. Augustine?
Because it's spooky.
Okay. So in 1896 in Florida, this is all the way back, we got Florida stories.
So long ago.
Another enormous, pale,
Florida man.
amorphous blob estimated to be 18 feet long and 7 feet wide. Initially identified as a new species of giant octopus, later analyses pointed towards it being decomposed whale blubber. Again.
So people just be killing these whales and throwing them back in the ocean.
Right.
Here's something that's weird, though. In 2008, and I've seen a ton of pictures on this because I remember when this happened, the Montauk monster. You heard about this in Long Island? Yeah. This thing is severely decomposed, bizarre-looking, almost like a dog, kind of, like on all fours or like a piglet, with a beak-like mouth and no fur or skin on all parts of its body.
Ugh.
Photos went viral, leading to speculation it was a government experiment, a monster, or a hoax. Most experts believe it was a severely decomposed raccoon or perhaps a dog.
What is it called? The Montauk what?
Montauk monster. But what's so weird is you can't explain the beak. Why would that be a dog or a raccoon? If anything, it looked like a beaver.
It could have been a platypus.
But it's so beak-like and not teeth-like. It's very gross.
Oh my God.
Some people were saying that it was like they were doing animal or like product testing on animals or like chemical testing, and they just dumped the dead ones into the ocean, and maybe it flew up on in New York. People didn't really know.
It looks like a mix between like a chicken and a pig is what it looks like.
Yeah,
like a hairless one.
It's very strange.
Oh
yeah.
my! I don't like that.
That just washed up.
Don't like that.
I don't like this. Move on.
All right. Well, it only gets worse from here, bud.
Is a Montauk monster coming after me under my bed?
Now, this one is...
Somebody knit us a Montauk monster.
Oh, there you go. We know a few.
Lucky Cat's Workshop.
Yep.
She should make us a little Montauk monster.
I don't want that anywhere near me.
Maybe he'll like it. Maybe he'll be like, it's kind of
gross.
I know. If she makes it's going to be cute.
It kind of looks like a naked mole rat.
Naked mole rats are way cuter than that.
Yeah, but anyways. This is crazy because it keeps reoccurring. This is ongoing. Salish sea feet.
What?
Since 2007, British Columbia and Washington State, nearly 24 human feet, often still in sneakers, have washed ashore along the coast of the Salish Sea.
Where's that? That's in the UK?
No, it says British Columbia and Washington State.
Oh.
So like right up in there on the Pacific Northwest.
You know what?
What?
I know what it is.
What?
It's orcas.
Orcas are eating people, spitting out the shoes.
25 human feet.
They don't like feet. They're not feet people, so they spit them out.
Yeah, nearly 24. And what's crazier is the feet are almost always in shoes. Always.
What kind of shoes?
All different. With feet, the best. What?
That was so quick. That all different.
I mean, I don't know.
There's a lot of New Balances in here. I don't know.
A lot of dads are getting their feet ripped off on the beaches.
But yeah, this has led to much speculation. People were thinking serial killers or tsunamis, like if a bunch of people got washed out or a huge
Why
boat
would a
wreck.
tsunami chop your feet off?
Well, they're saying because authorities generally attribute them to natural decomposition and currents. So they're saying where there could have been dead people, let's say a plane crash, a boat crash, whatever, eventually as they decompose, the bones and all that break apart, the foam in the shoes.
I'm sure the sea
and rubber
creatures nibbling on them and stuff.
Yeah, they're probably obviously not eating the shoe part. They're just eating everything else.
Right, they're saying because of the shoes.
These are New Balance. I ain't
and
eating
your ankle joint is right there, so it's easy to like
sever. And the shoes will float. So the shoes float up, and then you still got a foot in there. Like,
do you ever have a favorite pair of shoes?
oh man,
not really.
I did when I was a kid.
Me too.
I mean, I
had
have
two pairs.
What were yours?
So I had these really cool flower Doc Martens that were fucking awesome.
Man.
And then also too, so this is before I became a tomboy and started like playing sports and stuff. But like I had these Skechers that were like heels, like they were like heel tennis shoe sneakers, and I'd run around all the playground in those.
Holy
man,
shit.
I love those
I
shoes.
have like favorite shoes now, but not
when I was
a kid. Really.
I had Larry Johnson's Converse React Juice shoes.
Holy shit!
Remember those?
No.
They're like the basketball shoes, and in the heel of the shoe was like gel. It was
Oh
like green gel.
yeah, I remember
And
that.
it's supposed to make you like pivot. And,
You remember?
Like
remember the
Mike?
pumps?
And like, yeah.
I had a kid at school that had
I wanted
those.
pumps so bad, but I did get the Larry Johnson Converse shoes, and like
He was
they were
fast
the
too,
coolest, dude.
His name was Cameron Berryhill.
Remember all like the commercials had Grandmama?
Barely.
Yeah, dude.
I'd have to see him.
Grandmama was on an episode of Family Matters.
Oh yeah.
Grandma.
Oh my god.
Dude, let's get Grandmama on the show.
Grandmama.
Grandmama.
So that's not the only body parts that have been washing up ashore.
Wieners?
No.
Butts.
In 2018 in Siberia, a fisherman found a bag containing no more, no less than 54 severed human hands on an island in the
one
Amur
bag?
River.
Who did that?
While rumors of crime ran wild, authorities later suggested they were improperly disposed of medical waste from a forensics lab. But never
way.
confirmed.
That's the police. That's an example of the police saying some bullshit. So they're like, okay, we can't have like
Mass
our community
hysteria.
being like, oh, there's like a crazy.
Almost like we're going to talk about mass hysteria. Pretty crazy.
What a segue.
It doesn't really have anything to. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Damn.
How about this?
54
Sea
hands.
creatures that have been washed up, or what's left of them. Giant squid, pretty rare, but occasional specimens of them wash ashore, like in Japan, New Zealand.
My favorite thing is whenever whales wash up on shores and
They
like
blow them
their
up.
only solution is to blow it up.
Blow it up. And then it rains fins
Is that
and
our only
chunks.
option, really?
No.
So funny.
No,
They
it's
could
not.
get a boat and drag it back into the ocean. But no, let's just stick a bunch of TNT in it. I mean, part of me loves that idea, but also part of me is like, I can't believe this happened.
I would
Well, I
both be
don't-
like, hell yeah. And
Did
also
you
like,
see how
why
much
are we doing
damage
this?
that
Like,
caused when they did that?
Yeah, I would probably kill you.
There
If
was tons of blubber smashing
that
through
shit would
cars.
literally kill you if it like
It
landed
flew
on you.
for miles. There was guts everywhere. The
know how
seagulls,
stinky?
the smell.
Oh, God, I can
Yeah, they
imagine.
fucked up. It was big
I feel like
dumb.
when they blew up that
Big dumb.
graboid in Trimmers.
Oarfish also come up on shore, which are 30 feet long, ribbon-like.
We've been having those
nasty-
wash up lately, and they're supposed to be like a sign of the fucking apocalypse.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's
So
scary.
let's do it already.
Also, blobfish, which is like...
Oh, that's like that face looking thing.
Yeah, and you know that they stay so low because the high pressure keeps them intact
Yeah.
from being that far down. So when they come up to less pressure, they just...
And they're so ugly.
Did
Yep.
you guys see about the little baby anglerfish that
No.
came up?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh,
Was
she
it a
wanted to
baby?
see the." Yeah, it ended up being like a small one, a very small
cute.
one.
I know it was like super small. I thought they were much bigger than that. I
There's-
kind of want to
think
get
it was
that
a baby.
tattooed.
Of like it trying to come
Yeah.
up. Hell yeah! You know what? You should
Maybe I will.
do it.
in March 2024, so literally
That was
just
last
a
year.
year ago, a mysterious skeletal-looking creature with fins and a hollow head washed ashore in Margate, UK.
It would be a dumb mermaid.
Baffling beachgoers and sparking online speculation included comparisons to mermaids. So, like, maybe a mermaid in the UK? Maybe. What do you guys think?
I think you sound Australian.
It's Australian, eh?
Damn,
all right.
dude, a mermaid with a British accent.
That's what the
Oh, you're
sirens
going in
did.
that ocean. You're going in
I'm
that
gonna
ocean.
dive in.
What do you
Head
call?
first.
What do
I'm
you?
diving in.
What's the name for fish pussy?
Pussy. Mermussy?
Mermussy?
Oh God.
Mermussy?
Well, what about like a man? Murdick?
Murdick.
That
you
sounds
guys-
like a British name.
You want to hear what else is pretty weird that washed up? Lego bricks. Since 1997, a cargo ship, or in 1997, a cargo ship lost 62 containers
Oh my
of Lego
God.
pieces, including many nautical themed ones off the coast of Cornwall, England. Since then, millions of these bricks have been washing up on beaches across the UK.
Imagine walking on the beach, you're like, oh, this is so romantic. It's so nice.
Stepping on Lego bricks. Ow, ooh, ow. They say a lot of
fuck is that?
people, there's a constant ongoing treasure hunt for Lego bricks from fucking
know how many fish
1997.
probably
As much
ate
as
those?
Legos cost, too.
Yeah,
like,
I'd
you could
do
probably
it.
clean up a
I
little
I
bit,
was
right?
at a Goodwill the other day, and there was a
Oh, don't,
Like a loose
good-sized
bag.
bucket, $400.
Wait,
Goodwill's
what?
not Goodwill no more.
400, and then they had baggies, like little sandwich
What?
baggies of 10 random minifigures, $100 a bag.
Yeah.
I would
was like,
steal
what the
those so
actual
fast.
fuck?
Goodwill's not Goodwill no more.
That was
man.
bad, dude.
That
Bad,
doesn't even
bad.
make any sense. So you have something that
Seriously.
is not even going to build anything. Like it's not even like
It
a
doesn't make any
set.
sense because all this stuff is given to Goodwill for free.
Right.
Goodwill is horrible.
Right.
You guys should
Right.
shop
So,
like
like-
actually thrift local. Like
Yeah,
thrift
for sure.
local, not
Fuck
fucking
Goodwill.
Goodwill. Yeah.
In 1992, in the Pacific Ocean, so also pretty close to us, a container ship lost 28,000 rubber ducks and other bath toys
Well,
into
this
the
is all
Pacific.
cute shit.
These
Legos and duckies.
I just said shit that's weird that washed up, man.
Give me some.
At first it was too gross and you wanted to go on, and now it's too
I
kiddie.
don't like it now. Go back to the gross shit.
Oh my God.
There's no
Give me some more
Fine, I'll
mermaid
keep going. I'll
dicks
keep
washed up on the
going. There was a
shore.
giant
Murdicks.
softball-sized eyeball that no one could identify until they figured out
That's
that it was a
definitely giant squid.
swordfish.
Oh,
It
swordfish.
was a giant swordfish
Their
eye.
eyes as big as a baseball.
Softball, so even bigger.
Damn.
And then there was apparently a stolen life-size replica of E.T.
That's mine.
in 2011, also
That's
in England,
mine.
and it was
I want it
actually
back.
returned to the owner.
Oh, psych.
Yeah. And
wasn't yours.
the last one, because we're skipping all of the boring non-goo ones, woolly mammoth teeth have washed up in the Netherlands. Freaking woolly mammoth teeth.
You know how big
Yeah.
those things are?
How the fuck did they get down there in the
Yeah.
ocean? What are they doing down
And
in
how
the
are they
ocean?
floating?
And why to get up in?
Or unless they're like just
Yep.
being revealed.
I don't know.
Man, all these things washing up on the beach, you know what that could do to a community that lives like along the shore?
Tell me.
It could cause some mass hysteria.
Hysteria.
You guys know about mass hysteria, propaganda. I mean, hell, Hitler
Yeah.
created an entire army off of
We're
propaganda.
living in it right now.
There you go. Okay. So I am not saying this in any sort of political way, one way or the other. I'm only just saying, just think. Right?
Observing.
Keep it exactly. Just listen to this and just think both ways, because both sides are fucking crazy. So just calm down, everybody.
We're all calmed down.
All right. So
That goes double for you, Kelsey.
Do you guys remember like one of the funniest times of your life where you laughed so hard you almost either passed
Oh my
out,
God.
peed,
Or like
stuff
your stomach hurts so bad.
And like, of
you
course,
can't
there's
stop.
been times where it's really funny and you laugh like at a party and you don't forget. But I'm saying, like, do you remember a time? And maybe you don't even
Yep,
remember
I
the joke.
I remember.
But like, where you like broke, you blew a funny fuse because you were literally laughing so
And you
hard.
can't even like
Honestly,
look
You
at
can't
the person.
stop.
Yeah.
There's
You
been so
cannot
many
stop. Yeah.
that I can't remember, but the most recent that I remember is whenever we were in the hotel in Vegas after we've been out drinking all night and we kept talking like Bam Margera
Oh yeah.
and like we
Oh,
just started
yeah.
laughing so hard I couldn't breathe anymore.
It was really good.
Because
All
like
right.
just everything you guys were doing, it was like Kelsey wants to go running the goddamn street again in the middle of Las Vegas at
goddamn
4 in the morning.
stranger's
Ape
gonna
and
come
Phil
up
are
and
gonna be
fuck-
so pissed.
Brian's mom's over there in Kelsey's room. She's probably so pissed off at Kelsey. Fucking Kelsey's like taking forever to get ready. And we were just laughing. So laughing is fun, but could you imagine not being able to stop laughing?
Oh god,
That is
dude.
literally like torture. It's like when you're
Yeah.
getting tickled and you're like, please fucking stop. Like,
On January 30th, 1962, at a mission-run boarding school for girls in Kashasha, Tanganyika, which is now Tanzania, Caribbean.
We just talked about the Tanzanian
Yes,
pussy
we did.
globs or
Yes,
something.
Yeah, close enough.
no, that was Tasmanian.
You're right.
Tasmanian globber.
Tasmania,
Gobbles.
Tasmania.
You're
there
right.
goes, dude. They
Damn
probably
it,
have a
there
rivalry.
goes all of our listeners.
Yep, they
Sorry
hate us now.
guys, sorry.
So 3 girls started laughing uncontrollably.
Okay.
Okay, they couldn't stop, but the laughter spread, affecting 95 out of 159 students in the school aged 12 to 18.
What? Was there like gas? Like
The
gas
laughter
leak?
fits could last from a few hours to the longest recorded 16 days.
It's like
How?
the Joker poison got
And
you.
were accompanied by symptoms like crying, fainting, restlessness, pain, and even rashes.
How?
I could
How? You're not
definitely see
eating, you're not
myself
drinking.
passing out from
You
laughing
can't
so hard.
stop, but you're in
But you're not drinking, you're not eating.
all kids 12 to
Are
18.
you shitting? Are you pissing?
I don't know, but you can't stop.
How? Did they ever find out?
It got so bad that the school closed because more than half of the kids were out.
There got to be like a drug or like a
Right?
gas leak or something that happened.
This is the Joker.
When this is even more, it gets crazier. When the students returned home, the epidemic spread to the families and neighboring villages. Over 1,000 people were
What?
affected, and closure of 14 schools over the course of 6 to 18 months were all shut down
18
because
months?
people and their families literally could not stop. Apparently, medical professionals investigated but found zero organic cause, no toxins, no infections. The symptoms were primarily psychological and behavioral.
When did this happen? In the 60s?
This one happened in 1962.
There's for sure like some LSD experience. Like I bet like the U.S. was like sending LSD and shit over there or some shit.
But how did
I'm
it
not even
spread
kidding.
if they didn't do anything? It wasn't. There was no toxins. There was nothing physical.
Could be in the, well, they say that. They can say whatever the fuck they want in those like reports.
Well, then I guess let's just not cover stories anymore.
Do you think that since then
Yeah.
they've like banned like stand-up comedy and like anything like
It's like
funny?
Footloose.
There's no comedy.
Just because they're scared of it triggering again, they're like nothing funny ever happens.
No
this time ever
comedians
again.
So we're not
Tanzania.
even in there anyways. Scaredycast's not there anyway,
Oh,
so
damn,
we don't even
dude.
have to worry about like their fans.
We don't make people laugh anyway, so it's
So,
all right.
Literally imagine surviving that and be like, don't ever fucking tell a joke ever again. I swear to God, I'll hit you.
And you're just like, you can't like do anything anymore because like you're trying so hard not to laugh anymore that like anything's gonna trigger it. Or, like, remember like whenever you'd have a sleepover
Yeah.
with your friend and like you'd be
dude.
going to bed at night
giggle.
and then you're just
Giggles.
laying in bed and you're like, hey, you awake?
Dude,
yeah,
it's like-
why? And then you go. And
Okay.
like just fucking like
I
like,
shit you not, that happened to me. This is one. You just sparked a memory. This is one of the most. Okay.
Spark something with that fart.
Dude, I am. All right, picture this, right? I'm working at the music store. I'm like, fuck, man, that was 2018, 2019. So how many years ago was that? Fuck, 13? No, what? We're in
2018 was like 7 years ago.
Okay, so like 7 years ago, I was staying at my friend's house, and we were.
He's like, this
he
was
lived
so
with
long ago.
he lived with a friend of mine and my friend's mom because she was basically placeholding until I was going to move in with them. But she was mean and she did not like my roommate or my friend. Oh my God. We were sitting there and I was staying in my friend's room and he had a mattress on the floor. So we did like back to back, right? But like I'm on one side, he's on the other, and we're like doing that shit. Like, oh dude, what if you know, we're fucking like in our 20s, dude. And then and I hear Terry was the mom and she's like, guys, keep it down, like straight up like we were 12. And I'm like, that just made us laugh even more. So eventually we put on some music in the background just to try and mask some noise, and we turn on some fans and we're like, whatever, let's just try and go to bed. We're sitting there and we can hear her snoring. And she always had this little dog named Pixie, this little fucking shit dog. And it sat there on her lap while she was sleeping. And we're sitting there finally about to get to sleep. And we just hear this. She woke up, scared the dog, farting so
She
loud.
farted. Oh, the dog didn't fart.
The
She
mom
farted.
Scared the dog, and the dog was like, dude, me and Jim just, oh, we were done. We were so dead. That was one of those times where I was like, oh my fuck, I'm never going to stop laughing. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, back in 1961 in December, so the very end of 1961, Tanganyika had just gained independence.
What?
A time of significant
They did it?
political and social change and uncertainty. The
Who?
students in the
Tanganyika?
the students in the boarding school in particular may have been under increased pressure from the teachers and their parents with higher expectations in the new educational system. And they also speculated that for these young girls, the laughter and the symptoms might have been a subconscious way to manifest their anxiety and unhappiness. So they're like, literally, they don't have anything other than like, shit was tough and maybe everybody just lost their minds a little bit.
You know what? So obviously there was like some kind of war going on. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, there was like some weird shit happening. They like put something in the air or something, like whoever.
What is it?
ended up
Where
winning.
is this place?
Now
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
What
Tanzania.
if we went and did a live show there?
Just
They're
started.
gonna execute us. They're
man.
like, we're never laughing.
We
here.
started a giggle pandemic. Oh no!
And then what if we're a part of it?
Just think about.
I don't want to be a part of that. That
Think
sounds like a
about-
horrible way to
do
die.
it.
Dude, like, you literally laugh so long that you're starting to feel pain. You start feeling
God, yeah.
exhaustion.
I mean, even then when we were laughing about that whole thing in the hotel room, like,
yeah,
I feel like I'm about to pass out.
right.
It hurts my stomach, my head.
So I have the last one.
demons in my stomach, my ab muscles.
Are your demons compatible with my
It's an
demons?
anomaly just flew into my mouth, and now I can't stop laughing.
So this one, excuse me, we're gonna go way back. This is the last little one excuse me, that I have. This is called the Dancing Plague
Oh.
of July 15,
Like,
18.
We get fun plagues like this.
Yeah, where's our fun plague?
Before we get laughing and dancing, maybe you guys want to listen to these stories because it's not so good. So this was back in Strasbourg. Back then was the Holy Roman Empire, is now France. So where you're from.
Strasbourg does sound like the kind of place where dancing
It's more like Strasbourg, but whatever. A woman known as Frau Trophy.
Frau
Trophy began to dance uncontrollably in the street.
Get it.
She was throwing it back. She was twerking.
Hell yeah.
She seemed
shaking them braids.
unable to stop and continued dancing for days.
Even like feet, like
even after collapsing from exhaustion.
She's just on the ground,
dancing?
just like.
Within a week,
she was having a crazy seizure.
right? But even when she was exhausted, she couldn't stop moving, like almost like it was like a seizure. But then she would get back up and dance. It was like she could not sit still. But then
It's like hocus pocus.
Within a week, 30 more people joined her in the street doing the same thing.
Hell yeah.
By the end of the month, the plague had affected around 400 people.
What? They're all just dancing?
Many of these dancers suffered from exhaustion, heart attacks, and strokes. These people were literally dancing until they died.
I mean, if you're going to die, that's
That's literally hocus pocus.
What?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, when she's in there, she's like, no, dance.
Dance until you die.
Dance until you die.
Oh, I didn't even remember that part.
Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
Every once in a while.
Maybe that's what happened to these people.
Yeah. A little voodoo.
Sanderson sisters got them.
Some estimates suggest up to 15 deaths per day at its peak.
Oh my God.
People were literally dropping in the streets
They were
because they
dancing
were
to
just
death.
dancing to death. The phenomenon lasted for about 2 months before it mysteriously subsided and just went away. Initially, local authorities and physicians believed it was a hot blood illness that needed to be danced out. They actually encouraged the dancing, even setting up stages and hiring musicians, which only made the situation worse.
Yeah, like,
Eventually, they resorted to more drastic measures, including isolating the dancers and physically moving them and placing them by shrines. They were literally trying
it's like
to
sending comedians to that town in the
There you go.
1960s. Well, like they said the Smothers Brothers there.
Ooh, God damn it.
I'm a Smothers Brothers you.
One prominent theory suggests that the dancers consumed bread made from rye contaminated with ergot fungus. Ergot contains a psychoactive alkaloids similar to LSD, which can cause convulsions, hallucinations, and delirium. However,
We're going to get some of this bread.
critics argue that ergot poisoning would likely lead to more incapacitating symptoms, such as, death, rather than sustained frantic dancing. So they said, no, the only plausible thing is this, but it would have killed you way before. And no,
But it did
doesn't
kill
seem
some
right.
people. Like, they got seizures, heart attacks, and stuff like that.
But from the dancing, not from the poison.
Well, you don't know that.
I guess. Mass psychogenic illness, mass hysteria, also same thing, is a most widely accepted theory. Once again, the city was under immense stress. There was famine, poverty, bad harvests, high grain prices, disease, smallpox, syphilis, leprosy. And then, on top of that, just the idea of your own body, betraying you, basically self-destructing, it's making you do something until you just
betray me?
It's just crazy to think about. And what if you literally can't stop? Were all those people just crazy? But a lot of them died.
That's why I think it had to be something like you're saying, like the fungus or a gas leak or some kind of drug type thing.
Or is
I
it
have
just too crazy
question
and
for you
people
guys.
just started jumping in
Yes.
and doing it?
What is your question?
I was going to ask, would you guys rather dance to death or laugh to death?
Dance to death.
Yeah, dance
I
to
think
death.
I'd rather dance to death too.
Yeah.
Laughing to death. Laughing when something's not funny, you're just like that, and in your stomach, I feel like ugh.
Dancing to death, I'd rather do that because then I'd probably pass out for being out of shape and then my heart would just stop or something. But laughing, you're taking in breaths and you're laughing and you take it in there. You're not going to suffocate. You're literally just going to exhaust
You
yourself.
can't do anything. I was like, how are they?
It's
Fuck are they
debilitating.
yeah.
Not that dancing isn't, but still. I don't know.
I would
What about you?
choose dancing too.
Dancing too.
Yeah, because you're gonna fall down before
Yeah, especially me. I only got a minute. And then I'm going to die because
Yeah.
it's like you better twerk on this
I have
ass real
zero-
quick.
All I'm saying
I got
is
zero stamina.
whether you
and-
believe that it was all fake or actually real weird or just things
That's
that we
crazy,
can't
though,
explain,
yeah.
just think, stop it, get some help.
Yeah.
Just think before you do
that.
things, and
Don't
just you know,
dance.
just
Don't laugh.
You
just
know
be
what?
careful about mass hysteria.
I'm shocked that they didn't it didn't start like Salem witch trial type shit like after that.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Right.
They're like we're just going to kill all these people that are fucking that
Or
can't
witches.
stop dancing.
Yeah.
Well, we got some movies to review, and then we're going to wrap it up. You guys wanted to talk about Final Destination. So
Yes, please.
Let's talk about that real quick. We saw it a couple weeks ago.
Then I saw it again.
What are you guys? What are your guys' real thoughts? We did like a quick little instant reaction thing, but now it's been out for like a week.
Kelsey, you first.
Been out for a couple weeks at this point, so I think you can.
So this was Final Destination Bloodlines. I will say I think some of the deaths in there were really cool.
Yes.
Definitely very unique. And while it still had like the Final Destination feel, like you know what I mean, like you're still going through the things of like, oh, this should have happened, la la la. I liked the unique perspective and like the thing of like, oh, it's not just you, but it's like all the people that shouldn't be here because you survived and like you had a family and like
That
all
was
these different
cool.
things. I did really like that. I will say I haven't watched all the Final Destinations, so it's hard to really compare, but like especially when you compare like the first one, I mean this you can say this about any franchise usually, or like at least like, you know, horror franchises, I think.
Typically, yeah.
The first one is just so iconic and it's very realistic to me, whereas this one felt a little bit more like you had to lean into it.
It was over the top for sure.
Yeah, you had to like lean into it a bit, and there were some things that you're just like, I don't know. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was definitely like very entertaining. I liked the actors in it, and to that cameo from Tony Todd. I just learned that like they said, you know, you can say basically whatever you want in here. And so like that makes it like even more heartfelt, and he has a really good message on it.
Yes, he
so I did
does.
really
Yes, he
like that.
does.
I'm very upset about the Tony Todd scene.
You're upset about the Tony Todd scene. Why?
I went into that movie theater
Thinking he's going to be in it a lot.
No, with a full bladder. I was holding it.
Oh, you
That's
missed it. I forgot
right.
about that.
And I was like, I can't hold it anymore. I have to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, came back,
And you're like, I missed
and
it.
I'm like,
Dude,
I was like,
you
I fucking
left
missed it.
like
perfectly
30
timed.
frames before he shows up and came back
Damn it.
3 frames after he closed the door and walked out of the
I'll
scene.
watch the scene when it comes out at home so I can see it because I really want to
No,
see that
it's cool.
scene.
It's cool. I got to see it. Well, go ahead. I
Yeah,
want
you
to
saw it
finish.
twice.
I did get to see it twice.
Yeah,
I
saw
enjoyed it
once.
more the second time.
I've seen every Final Destination multiple times. And
yeah.
I think that's probably what's hurting it for me because it's like there's a Final Destination movie. Like
Yeah. It's for me, I think it's just like Saw
it
movies.
was
Like,
every Final Destination movie starts with one character seeing a premonition of a bunch of people dying, and then they stop it, and then all those people get killed one by one as the thing goes on. Like it was Final Destination. It was like, you know, it's like, you know what you're going in there to see. You're going there to watch people die in crazy ways. And that's
Exactly
what
right.
it gave me. So I was happy. But
I would say I would not want to watch this alone at home just because it's like, it's not as fun. It'd be like, oh, that was a pretty crazy
yeah,
movie.
it's definitely more fun in the
I
back.
loved seeing it the second time because everyone there was their first time except me.
Yeah.
So I got
Like
to
Red
wait
Wedding
for
did.
every single. I was like, oh, here it is. And then like, oh, the theater was going crazy. And like just that reaction,
I love that.
it was perfect. So I really enjoyed it the second time even more. But yeah, you're exactly right. Like it's campy. It's got a lot of humor in it, and you really do like most of the characters. And then it's pretty sad watching them all die. But
I just want him to do
it's very
something
entertaining.
different with it.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
do
I think
something different.
Did they do the bloodline thing before though, where like it would go after the people that were related to it, not just the immediate person?
I don't think so.
I didn't think
they've
so
ever done
either.
like the bloodline thing. But I mean, like, yeah, the bloodline thing's different, but it's like it's the same movie.
That's true.
Like
The
it's-
kills were good though. As silly
Yeah.
as they were, the gore was, I think, really good.
The kills were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were super ridiculous. But so is Terrifier, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's fun. You know, it's fun for some reason to watch that.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
you know, if they make another one, I'll be there.
Same,
You know?
same.
Like,
I
I'll be
It's like Fast and the Furious. Like you keep making these, I'm gonna keep
I
going.
was just going to say this is very interesting
I'm-
coming from someone who loves Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious.
I'm here for like I'm
You're
just
here
here to watch
for it.
people. I'm watching some crazy stupid shit. So just give it to me and I'm good. I'll be
Yeah.
there.
Give it to me.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of humor in it.
Yes,
I
there
think
was.
there could have been a couple things that I would have done differently with the movie, but overall, it's really fun.
I watched a movie called They Call Her Death.
Oh.
Sounds nice.
It's on Shudder. Let me double check. Talk amongst yourselves.
What did you watch?
I watched 1408.
Oh, is that the room, the hotel?
Yep, it's with the hotel. It's with Samuel L. Jackson, John Cusack.
John Cusack, yeah. That's a Stephen King.
Look at that.
Yeah, fuck
Can't
you,
believe
TikTok.
no one named that one as their favorite Stephen King movie. It was great. So it's about this horror author. Well, he visits places, and rates them based off of the 10 best haunted hotels
he's like
and
a critic,
rooms and all this
kinda.
stuff. But he doesn't believe in this stuff at all. He's like, I've never
the
seen
superstitions,
anything.
yeah.
He's like, I've never seen anything. And you find out, you get little breadcrumbs about, obviously there was something very traumatic that happened within his family that led him to move away from serious writing. He gets this very cryptic postcard from the Dolphin Hotel. He lives in LA because he lived in New York when that very traumatic event happened. And so he stays far away from it. And it says, don't book room 1408. Or don't stay in room 1408. And he was like, well played.
Now, yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Now I have to.
No, I got it. So he calls and he's like, I want to book room 1408. And they're like, it's occupied. Or they're like unavailable.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yep.
They say unavailable.
Unavailable.
And he's like, I didn't even tell you the date. And they're like, he's
Yep.
like, what about this Friday? Unavailable. What about next week? Unavailable. What about next year? Sir, this room is unavailable. And so he goes to his booking agent, all this stuff, and a lawyer, and he's like, according to statute, blah, blah, blah. If it's unoccupied, you have to be able to go in there. So he goes, Samuel L. Jackson is the manager of this hotel, and he is like, what do I got to do to make sure that you can't go in there? And he's going through all the different deaths. And John Cusack is like, yeah, I know about those. He's like, what about the 40 natural deaths? That's not in the newspaper. And he's like, what? So it's 60 people have died in this room.
But there was
and then plus there's been
unreported.
unexplained occurrences within the staff, and everyone is afraid of it. They don't even let anyone stay on that hotel level.
That whole floor, yeah, I remember that.
So stuff gets creepy real quick. He's like, I'm going in there. Samuel L. Jackson's like, this is my stop. I'm not even stepping foot out of this elevator. Good luck. I hope you survive.
An elevator and anything spooky, I immediately think of David Pumpkins.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so...
It's an SNL bit with Tom Hanks where they're on this Halloween haunted house attraction.
Oh, yes.
And he's
Okay,
like,
I've seen
floor,
that.
and then it's a ghost going I'm the crazy ghost, woo! And then they go to the next one, it's David Pumpkins.
I saw that. Okay,
Do
I
you
know what
know
you're talking
that
about.
he even hates that skit? But he just does it because he's like, I don't know why people like this.
It's so funny.
Yeah, Tom Hanks fucking hates David Pumpkin.
But yeah, so a bunch of creepy stuff happens. It gets very... I mean, I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but which is spoiler. I ruin every movie.
How scary is it? Is it would you
It
say
actually is-
horror or thriller?
I would say it's horror.
So it's pretty
It's
scary.
horror and it's suspenseful.
Yeah.
I would say, and then also too, it kind of plays with different dimensions and types of things. Really crazy shit happens in there. And then I really like the way that the movie ended as well. So I
remember-
definitely recommend it. It's a really, I think it's a really unique storyline. And especially hotels are just inherently creepy.
Yes.
So
I remember I've seen it and I
Yeah.
remember liking it. I remember it being I think I saw it on Netflix years ago and I was like, this is really good. Also, John Cusack, handsome man.
I love John Cusack.
I wish he was in more horror movies.
I wish he was just in more movies.
Just
more
more
movies,
movies in general.
Wait, was he in
but it
that
was
one
great.
Splice? I didn't very much like Splice.
I never saw that one.
That was with the hybrid daughter.
But he was in Better
that
Off
he ends
Dead,
up
and that is one of the greatest movies of
or
all time.
High Fidelity.
High
No,
Fidelity's one of the
yes.
greatest movies of all time, too.
Yes.
Say
Wait,
anything. One Crazy Summer.
But what's the rewind? Oh no.
Gross Point Blank.
Okay,
Be
That's
kind,
an amazing
rewind.
one.
Be kind, rewind.
Ooh.
did you figure out what you?
They Call Her Death is the name of the movie, and yes, it is on Shudder. The, I guess, poster or artwork for the movie is very 70s Westernish.
Huh.
It's there's flames and a girl with guns and stuff.
Love it. Like a cool. Yeah.
But it's a Western. It's shot and scored and everything like a 70s spaghetti Western. It's got a little bit of that film grain going on.
like
It's got
that.
that grittiness.
Love
yeah.
that.
The music in this movie is amazing. It's about this lady and she's with her husband and they're just out by their house. It's a nice day. They're picking flowers and then a guy rides up on a horse and shoots her husband in the head. And
quick question: is this
yes.
the one on Shudder with the girl in the front with the rifle?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have this on my list, but it's okay. You can spoil it. I don't care. I'll watch it.
I won't spoil it because it's pretty new, and I really want you guys to check it out.
Okay, then I will.
But
yeah.
Basically, she like goes to the sheriff, and she's like, "What's going on? Like, you know, like, why? You know, like he was the guy that killed her husband's a bounty hunter, and you know, he's like, if you want to answer everything, you want to go claim his body and stuff, go to the sheriff and stuff, and." The sheriff tells her, you know, why he had a bounty on his head, and she's just like, "That's not true. Like that doesn't sound like him at all."
There's no way. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I know my man.
Yeah. Exactly. It's very much like everybody thinks my man did this, but he didn't do this. So she's like, if nobody's gonna help me uncover this, I'm gonna do it myself.
Wasn't that like True Grit or something? There was a movie like that where the wife was like, "Well, got to be a badass now."
True Grit was the one with the kid.
The little girl.
The little girl.
There's a movie I know that's just like this.
I mean, there's a lot of movies like it.
All right. It's cool. It's cool though.
She's like, I
Yeah,
stand by
so
my
it's
man.
Badass.
like a revenge movie where she's going after all these like
Love it.
assholes that wronged her husband and stuff. And
Is it like Kill Bill Western? Kind of.
it's kind of like a little Kill Bill-ish. You know, it's got like it's the horror. You know, you're like, why is this on Shudder? Like this is.
Is it just
Isn't
violent?
horror, but like you keep seeing like her dead husband's popping up, and like she keeps seeing visions, and like there's a couple instances where she's like either like trying to prepare for what she's about to go do, or trying to figure out what she's gonna go do, and she keeps seeing death, and it's like he's in the cloak and he's got the scythe and everything, and he's just like staring at her, and it's like one of those like they're not talking to each other, but you could tell like
They're communicating.
he wants her to go kill these people, so he's like.
He's like, here's your get out of jail free
Basically.
card. He's subcontracting.
Literally,
like, go get him.
Yes. Like,
Oh, I love it. Revenge movie. Badass woman. Let's do
and
this.
she's a badass, and she's
cutting throats and
Swinging goats.
cutting throats and swinging goats.
Put that on your gravestone.
that's a cool movie. Can we do that? Can we make a movie based on?
Dude, but it's awesome. Like everybody should watch it.
How many
rocks.
swinging goats out of 5?
I think I gave this one 3.5.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
All right.
isn't low at all. That's like above, you know, like it's
Average. Yeah,
above
it's
average.
good. 2.5 is an
I
average.
really liked it. Like
Or you could say it's a 7 out of 10.
it's
Same
one
thing.
of like, you know, like if the soundtrack's ever available, I would buy it.
Nice.
You know?
Is it as good as the Red Dead soundtracks?
Oh yeah.
Like that
It's
good?
like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
the
fucking
opening,
quality.
Like the opening title sequence is like James Bondish almost,
With like the cool patterns.
It's got like cool
and like
patterns and like graphics, and it's like
I love that.
this badass songs
Wow,
playing.
wow.
Like she's gonna get there. Like it's not that, but you know what I mean.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
But yeah, it's, and I mean, it does have like, you could tell, like the only like downside I would say, which isn't really a downside, it's just like you could tell it wasn't shot. I mean, it's hard because it's supposed to be like a 70s Western, but it doesn't feel like it.
Because it's too new.
Feels like more modern.
Yeah, just because it's like too. So like it's like only it's one of those things. It's like, well, I wish they could do it like this, but they literally can't.
Right. And it
But,
almost
yeah.
feels like, oh, I know this is a movie.
Like you
or
could like it's
yeah.
got that film grain and stuff, but you could tell like, oh, they shot this on like a digital,
Like
they
it's
put,
artificial.
Like, a filter on top
yeah.
of it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Which,
still
I
great.
Mean, like, yeah, I mean,
it's
like,
a style choice, not You can only do with.
I mean, it's
yeah.
still great, and it's low budget, so it's like obviously they couldn't shoot on real things to make it look really like
stupid
an old
expensive
Western
ones,
movie,
yeah,
but-
or build huge sets, like yeah.
Oh, I mean, they have like they shot in like some Western looking town.
Oh,
so
cool.
like it's really great. Go check it out on Shudder.
Go check it
They
out.
call her
And
Death.
you know what? Speaking of going, I think we need to go.
Let's go.
We gotta go.
Home.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you guys, and also thank you to ACR Studios for hosting us.
Yes, thank you, Jordan.
This is our first recording session here, and we love Jordan. So thank you so much. He is absolutely amazing. He's a great photographer, videographer, and
Producer.
you can find him. What is your Instagram, sir? Jordan Pillar. That's with 2 L's.
ILLAR.
Like we mentioned at the beginning of the show, you can get a free bag of value session if you become a Patreon. So make sure to go to
Value
patreon.com/.
session, Goober.
Value session.
I didn't say value. Did I say
said
value
value
session
session.
again?
Value session again.
You said it again.
Christ.
God, your brain is
Get me
stupid.
out of here. This is
Get
why I
this
hate
girl.
recording on Thursdays. Go be a Patreon. Love you guys. Bye.
A patron. Damn it.
See? been a long time. I had to interview a fucking senator today. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, boo!
Get a real job.
Wait, which senator?
Senator, well, I don't want this on camera.
Senator Butthole.
Sorry, can we do, instead of calling my handbook, we do ATR Studios?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Let's just get you saying it, or all of us.
ACR Studios. Was it ACR Studios AZ?
Yeah.
So this is our first session recording at ACR Studios. And if you guys would like to be able to record something here, it's not just podcasts.
Right.
You can record basically everything here. It is an absolutely incredible venue.
Literally right behind us is a kitchen set.
That we will be doing something with. We haven't figured it out yet.
We have some stuff planned for Halloween. So
yes. So make sure to go follow them at ACR Studios AZ. Be able to come do some cool shit here.
Yeah.
And support local too.
See what they do. You'll be impressed. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
That's
Guarantee.
and that's the Scaredycast guarantee.
damn.
Damn.